Okay, so let me get my candle chart up here, and if you can see my mouse moving back and forth, you know Grandpa's alive. Okay, so I got to clarify something from my live stream yesterday. In my heading, I put 201 blinking scary. I meant to write 101 blinking scary, or blinking at 101. $101.07 to be exact. And it is scary, and I'm going to talk about that. And after I talk about that, I'm going to go through all my candle charts with you and give you a heads up on where the substance is and where we might be possibly heading and why. So the Speaker of the House, they finally voted one in, and he is the new Speaker of the House, is Mike Johnson. I don't know anything about him, never heard of him before hardly, but they all seem happy about that. The Republicans voted in a Speaker of the House, and so now they can, because on November 15th, our debt ceiling money runs out, and so they have to appropriate money for that. They have to appropriate money for the Israel war and for the Ukraine war, and now at least they're functional now. So that's a good thing for the world. So where do we currently have substance? Well, on the upside, we have substance at 280. That's our main place at the top where we have substance, where the market makers have sold shares, and they will go there to activate them. And everything between there and 269 on the lower end is our place of substance. They haven't been there since 9/21. Are they going to go back to 269 and 280? Absolutely. Are they going to go to 101.07 first? I'm not too sure about that. And I'll explain more about that in a little bit. So down below 269, they've started building a minor place of substance at the 247.50 area, and also they've been building a place of minor substance in the 227. Actually, the 226 to 229 area is probably already a place of minor substance. 226 to 229 area, where they've shorted enough to. But regardless, 280 is your top number, and you will see that if you're gonna sell at 229 or 225 or any of those numbers, you're just looking for a bounce down and get back in. Probably the same with the 269. If you sell at 269, look for a bounce down and get back in, because you're going to see 280 very shortly after that, and you don't want to miss 280 and beyond. On the buying side down below, we currently have a place of substance at 210, and they built it up. They went down through it the other day, took it out, and they built it up to the point. Let's see what they do at 210 today, times 3. Virtually on and off all day. That's what they've been using to drag us down. And they were doing 215 times 8 earlier on, and they blowing through that. Right now, currently, the price is 212. Oh, nope, lower than that. I got the wrong mouse. Hang on a second. It's going down so fast after hours that it's hard to get a handle on it. We're down to right around 210.90, approximately 210.95, and sinking. And messaged a friend earlier that I thought we were going to see 210 when it was up at 220 because of them buying at 210. Is 210 going to hold? Not for long. I mean, it might bounce off of it today or tomorrow, whatever. But okay, I'm going to get on to the 101. That happened yesterday. Pre-market was the first time I seen it. They were buying at 101.07, $101.07. The market makers were buying, and the price was in the 220 range when they were doing it. Right around 220 area, anywhere through there. And they just did a pre-market briefly, and a little bit throughout the day, not much. But then after hours, they went back to that number, and they blinked that number times 5, 101.07 times 500 shares per blink. But they only did it, it seemed like they were blinking about 2 to 3 times a minute. Not a lot in the blinking world, but substantial. And they did it all the way till 8 o'clock last night. I watched them until 8 o'clock last night, and they bought a fair amount down at 101. There's no reason for them to be buying at 101 in that amount if they're not going there. I'm sorry to tell you this, but I think 101 is in our future. Now, what could cause Tesla to drop $100 from here? The market makers show you in advance what they're going to do. I keep saying that over and over. Listen to my previous live streams. Every single place of substance I've called out has come true. Now, 101 is not a place of substance yet. A place of substance is a place where there's so much there that they've done that it almost has to go there, okay? Because they've committed so much in an area, okay? But they did quite a bit at 101, and what would cause us to sink $100 from where we're currently at? And the only thing I can think of is Israel, what's going on with Israel and Iran. And I do know that there's been reports out that Russia has made statements that if we attack Iran they're attacking us through their proxies. If we attack Iran, Russia will attack us. And so we've got some serious stuff going out there. We got big battleships and them air carrier thingy boppers. Got a couple of them over there. The Chinese have moved over 6 big battleships right into the middle of everything, and the British are sending ships, and it's just could really blow up if we go to world war. And you know, how would the market makers know that yesterday that you know, it seems like that they know in advance when something's going to happen, and they start building their positions, and then a week or two, it could be 2 weeks from now or a month from now, that it actually gets down there, or a month and a half even, just speculating. Or it could be within a week. It could be within a day. If we go to world war, we could be at 107 that fast. But the fact that they're buying at 107 is scary. And I'm telling you, it's scary. And it's weak. Tesla only made it up to a high today of, what? I'll get on the right page here, 220.10. So, you know, We had a high yesterday of 222, so we're $2 below the high yesterday. Today we're in the red. Yesterday we were in the green a little. I'd like to see them give a little bounce up, and I thought they were going to probably go into the 240 range, but it's starting to look like the bottom side numbers are the strongest. 205 times 2 they were buying prevalently throughout the day. Oh, 200 is 199 and 200 are a place of minor substance. We absolutely are going to see 200 and maybe a little bit below, maybe as far as 197. That's absolute. There's substance there. 205's absolute, obviously, but if you're going to go to 200, it's going to go to 205 first. And we have to get to 210 first. We're just 50, 60 cents, 70 cents off of 210 right now after hours, and I believe they're going to blow through it. Be really surprised if they didn't. So, when Grandpa talks about substance and scary, this is the stuff that I see. I watch the blinking pre-market, aftermarket as much as I can all day long, and the market makers tell us what they're going to do. And because it looks to me like we're going to take a ride to 107. Could I be wrong? Yep, I could. Do I think I'm wrong? Nope, I don't. So let's look at my charts here. We got the 5-minute beautiful Japanese candles up here. That's a sell signal right there. It's been a sell signal for quite a while. So 15-minute chart, absolutely a sell signal all the way down to 101 on our way. I don't think I think we're going to bounce off of 200 hopefully and reverse back up. But if that war opens up, if we actually have World War, it's going to scare everybody for a little bit at least. It's going to be a buying opportunity at 101, I can tell you that. Jump on the bandwagon. 30-minute chart, 100% sell signal, Japanese candles, hourly, beautiful sell signal. Sell everything in the hourly chart. The 4-hour is, well, we had a sell signal all the way down, got another sell signal, and we're on our way down again. So the 4-hour is absolutely a sell signal. So it's not, and actually it's a pretty sell signal in the 4-hour for a change. The daily is still, it's an absolute sell signal with some indecision. And but everything is straight down. This thing here can easily take us, the daily can take us to the 170 range, if not lower, easily. Down to this area, the 170 range right here. But what's scarier yet is the weekly. We'll look at the weekly here. Back over here we had 101.81. Okay, and we went all the way up here, just about the 300, 299 and change. And here we are, and we have sell signals galore, and they're strong, and she's coming down. And this thing here has the power to actually take us past 101 into the $90 range, or even a little lower. This weekly candles, if she keeps moderating, that's the power of it. I mentioned this before. Back when they had the high on at 414.50, this green candle here is over $103 just in one candle. So just to give you an idea, in the weekly, they can do a retracement of $40 to $50 inside one candle. So it's a tough game to play. But the weekly is the strongest chart that Grandpa uses, at least, and it's a strong one. It can move you $150 to $200, and it is an absolute sell, and it's nasty looking. I'll tell you that right now. So I'll reiterate, it's not absolute. We don't have substance at 101.07, but they blinked there till 8 o'clock last night, and I don't think anybody knows it but me. And normally, unless it was substance, I wouldn't bring it up. They also blinked up at, in the last weeks here. They were up in the 320 up above, shorting, which would mean they're going to go up there eventually. And I don't have a problem with that. 2 months from now, they'll probably be up at 320. And, I say hang on for a place of substance. Our lowest one of really good substance is 269. But if they didn't blink at the 101 today that I could catch them at. They didn't do it today, but I'm telling you, they will return to it. And I'm monitoring more closely than ever because of what I've seen at that 101. Is just there's no reason for them to be $120 from where the current price is, buying in advance at that price point. And the price has to go through it to activate it. It has to go below 101.07 to activate those thousands of shares that they've already accumulated down there. Usually I don't even like to talk about it unless they're doing 100,000 shares in an area or more, because these guys deal in the billions and billions, and it's they play the long game. But I think somebody knows something is coming up because the market makers, they tell us in advance what they're doing, and I'm telling you in advance, be careful, because I think we're going to see 101. Okay, so what do we say at this point? And I'm sorry I didn't give you a live stream earlier today. I got busy doing some stuff, and I just couldn't. So what we say now is, God bless you, and all good things are from the Lord. And hopefully Grandpa will get a live stream going for you earlier tomorrow and be able to tell you more about what's going on, where they're buying down below 200. They did a little bit at 199 today down below. 199.50 times 1 was the lowest they bought today for a little bit. And I expect to see 210 any second, if not 205 and 200 coming up soon. Okay, God bless you. See you tomorrow, Lord willing. Bye-bye.